We have some pretty big news from the NHL, big news on the waiver wire. We have 3 players claimed from yesterday's waivers, and we have a whole bunch of more new players on waivers today, including David Kampf of the Maple Leafs. We'll discuss that and a new signing coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some pretty significant news from the NHL waiver wire this afternoon. We've got 3 waiver claims and a bunch of new players facing waivers that they'll find out tomorrow afternoon if they've been claimed or reassigned to their current team's minor league affiliates. The waiver claims today include the Minnesota Wild putting in a claim for defenseman Damon Hunt from the Columbus Blue Jackets. So, of course, familiar face, former Minnesota Wild player, will return to Minnesota. The Florida Panthers have claimed forward Cole Schwindt on waivers from the Vegas Golden Knights. So, of course, the Panthers have a bunch of injuries. We know Tkachuk's out long-term. We know Barkov is out for probably the whole season. Anton Lundell is also hurt. I'm not sure if he's going to miss time or whatnot, but he did suffer an injury as well. So, certainly just some more insurance, if you will. And then the Colorado Avalanche have claimed defenseman Ilya Solovyov from the Calgary Flames. I know the Flames will probably be disappointed to lose him, but that's the chance you take when you have to cut a player and place him on waivers. So 3 claims today. The Wild, the Panthers, and the Avalanche all picking up players from the waiver wire. New on waivers today, we have a bunch of Boston Bruins players, including Patrick Brown, Michael Callahan, Riley Tufte, Georgi Merkulov, and defenseman Victor Soderstrom. Of course, the former high pick of the Arizona Coyotes, trying to make an NHL return and trying to prolong his career here in North America. We'll see if he gets picked up or what happens with Soderstrom, but certainly an interesting name to watch. We also have Carolina Hurricanes placing Giovanni Smith on waivers, which is required. He has signed a new contract today with the Hurricanes. He's had a pretty good camp. They've been impressed with him so far, so he gets a 1-year, 2-way deal. So he'll require waivers because of the signing. Tampa Bay has Brandon Halverson on waivers. The Toronto Maple Leafs have defenseman William Villeneuve, and as I mentioned off the top, forward David Kampf. We know the Leafs have been trying to trade Kampf, Yarncroke, Robertson. They have way too many forwards. I think the Kampf contract might be the worst one we saw from GM Brad Treliving. Hasn't really worked out. You could tell at the end of last year he kind of wasn't really in Berube's good books and didn't really see him as a key player going down the stretch in the playoffs. And well, it's pretty clear through training camp that he's on the outside looking in. And with his contract, they figured the odds of him getting picked up might be a little slimmer, but he can go to the Marlies and see what happens. Sometimes clearing waivers will help facilitate a trade as well, because the acquiring team won't have to go through that process. They can put him in the minors and use him as a call-up option later. But unfortunately, because of his contract, you can only get so much leeway. It's just over $1.1 million you get in cap relief on a veteran contract like that, and then being buried in the minors. So depending on the team's cap situation will impact whether or not it makes sense for them to consider picking him up. But it could lead to a trade. We'll see. Utah has Matt Villalta on waivers. The Canucks have Nils Åman, another forward that can play in your bottom 6. He might be a name to watch. And the Washington Capitals have Sheldon Rempel. So we'll see if there's any claims tomorrow like there was today. Obviously some interesting names to watch, of course. Some notable names as well cut from roster camps as well. No, they don't need waivers, so they're not going to be picked up. But I wonder, some of them, not all, about their futures with their clubs. The Bruins have sent Fabian Lysell to the minors. That's a number of camps without making the team. You got to wonder about his future there. Brendan Othman and the Rangers organization, another name to watch as well. After, again, number of camps and still not making the team out of camp. Gabe Perreault and the Rangers has been sent to the minors. I don't suspect anything with him, but interesting that I thought he might have a shot to make it. The Ducks also cut some defensemen in Tristan Luneau and Stan Zolberg. Again, with those guys, it's more a case of they have a lot of veterans in their decor, like Gudas and Trouba, etc. So until those guys make way for the younger generation, there's going to be a little bit of a logjam. And we also saw a couple quick signings today, as well as I mentioned, not only Giovanni Smith in Carolina, but the Edmonton Oilers have extended head coach Chris Knoblauch to a 3-year contract extension, and many people feel that could play a big role in getting Connor McDavid signed. So we'll see if that leads to that. And Scott Laughton with Toronto, another significant injury. Not out too long, but it is week to week, so it is quite likely he misses the start of the season, which, a player like Kampf, if Kampf is still on waivers, even with the Laughton injury, goes to show you where things are at with them and how they feel about some of their other forwards playing ahead of them. So we'll see where things go. Let me know your thoughts on this news. I'll be back later with another video recapping the rest of today's news and rumors around the entire NHL. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.